Facebook. That is still yesterday's video. Why can't I find today's? Hang on. I'm going to start over. Unless I'm in the wrong place. Why is it not opening for me? Is today February 3rd? That is February 2nd. You guys, what is up? Am I in the wrong place? There we are. Gee whiz, that took a long time. Even for me. All right, hang on. I'm getting the link out. Slow but sure. Step by step. There we go. All right. Well, here we are. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Yeah. Everybody good? Why can't I see any comments? Oh, that's why. Gee whiz, Lindsay. This is a bad morning for me. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Hi, Susan. Hi, Diana. Hi, Lita. Hi, Teresa. And Judy and Juanita and Teresa and Rebecca and Diane. I did. Did you get the tote bag picture? I did. I responded to you, didn't I? If I didn't, I said nice carpenter's bag or something. Hi, Peggy Sue. Hi, Ellen. Good morning. Guess what? Chicken butt. I have no idea what we're doing today. I really don't. I don't have any ideas. Like, I scoured all of my Instagram posts that I've saved of hearts. I've scoured Pinterest hearts. I made a list. I think what I need for myself personally, maybe you guys do as well, is a prompt list. I thought it would be super fun to just go rogue and do whatever I wanted to every day. But it's turning out that my brain doesn't function that well anymore. I don't know. So I may have to create some prompts for myself. I have no idea. I do have one idea, so I think that's where we're going. So let's do some shameless plug, shall we? Since I'm here and this is what we do. Carmen says, I felt like that when I subbed for you, a deer in the headlights. I haven't felt like this in a long time. Good morning, Arlene and Jennifer. Okay, Creator of Cuteness is the website, and that's the important thing to bookmark and to remember. Because there's new stuff there. There's new collage elements there. And I'm thinking of I have more ideas for collage elements this week than anything else. So I think there might be more collage elements coming. Yeah. But yeah, that's the website. creatorofcuteness.com. Sorry. I have had really hard nights at night. Like, one night at Disneyland, I'm pretty sure I had an anxiety attack. I'm not going to get into my woes and oh poor me's, but I had to wake my husband up. I almost went to the hospital. I did not want to wake the kids up. So I talked myself down because it was either an anxiety attack or a heart attack. We did a lot of looking up. We called my friend who's a retired ER nurse, and she talked me through it. And And I was not in the best shape the next day at Disneyland. And then it happened again. And then it's happened again and again. Several more times since then. So last night, same thing. I have a pain in my head right before I go to sleep. I'm not doing so good in the middle of the night. I'm just not doing real good, you guys, at night. Having some troubles. So I'm going to be changing some things I do at night to try to help. Oh, hell yeah, I have a lot of mother-in-law stress. It's mother-in-law stress and paranoid husband stress and freaked out husband stress because of his mother-in-law stress. I thought I was good at handling stress. I mean, guess what? We made it through COVID together, you guys. We made it through my mom dying, my dad dying, my brother dying. We've all made it through that. Let's just pass this up, shall we? Okay. Hi, my name's Lindsay Ostrom, and I am the creator of Cuteness. And we're going to make some cuteness today. Doesn't that sound like scripted words? But we are. We're going to make some cuteness, I promise. This is where you can find my collage elements, my books, because I am an author of books that are like self-help books. No, I'm kidding. They're not self-help books. That'd be really funny after I came on and just bitched for 10 minutes. They're not self-help books. They're lettering books and doodling books and coloring books and stuff to learn how to do what we do here. Oh, Lynn, I can't even tell you how much water I drink. I have more water than anybody else. And my daughter gave me these little packets that you put in that are electrolyte packets. They taste nasty. She just downs them. Ugh. But I'm doing it. I did see the card you made for Bill for your anniversary, Carol. Hey, you guys are pretty cute. I also saw your picture. Anyway, you can find collage elements, books. You can find burnishing tools. You can find my handmade watercolors there. You can find classes there that aren't this kind of class. I would never do this during a paid-for class, just so you guys know. You'll get your money's worth, I promise. Today, not so much, maybe. So this is the first shameless plug I am doing. Hi, Gretchen. This is a shameless plug for the new little baby patterned hearts. See my finger? They're about the size of, you know where your finger first bends? Well, mine used to bend like that big. Maybe 1.5 inches. Some are a little bit bigger, like 1 3/4 inches. But they're little baby micro hearts. And I love them. So this is a new collage element sheet that is available now on the website. It's called Patterned Hearts. Or maybe Patterned Valentine Hearts. I don't know. And then this is the other new one that's available. You get this one. I have so many here to cut out. And this one. You get both of these in black and white and in color. So this one comes in black and white. So let's say you want to color it all in blues. You could do that yourself. Let's say you wanted to give it to some kids to color to make their own Valentines. They could do that. So this one is called Card Makers Valentines 2026. It's part of the Card Makers series. This is on the website under cards. So not only do you get the artwork for both of these, you get the kid type Valentines and you get just lots of cute collage elements. But you also get a bunch of videos that teach you how to make some cards, greeting cards, and tags. I don't think I made any tags this time, but at Christmas we did. There's a Christmas card maker series and a Valentine's so far. The next one I think I'm going to do is thank you. there will be a thank you card maker series as well. So this is available on the website currently, and it is dang cute. Teresa says, I got it, and it's cute, cute, cute. Yeah, it is. Jill says, I've been having problems with my jaw in the morning. Yeah. Which means I'm just grinding and wake up with a horrible headache. No, my head hurts like in the same place every day behind my ear. Like, never mind. Remember I talked about how I wanted to do these tall, skinny cards for Valentine's Day for this month? Because I want to add some cards to our Sunshine Girl cards. Do you remember? Well, I changed my mind. I'm not sure this is big enough to represent the hearts I want to do. So I'm going to start one, but we're also going to do, or I'm going to do, a 7.5 by 7.5, I think. Yeah. 7.5 by 7.5 page that will just drop into my box. That may be what I do this whole month, is different square shapes. I might do some tall, skinny ones. I don't know. But I am going to do both today. I don't know what I'm doing. So this is what I did yesterday and the day before and the day before that. And it made me so happy. I cannot tell you. Can you please post the so much cuteness sign you showed from the shameless plugs each morning? Yeah, it's in the so much cuteness class. I'm pretty sure, Peggy Sue. Remind me. Anyway, it says, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. And it's a quote by Benito Antonio. That's my daughter's boyfriend, who she wants to marry and have children with, a.k.a. Bad Bunny. So, I do like him. I did a bunch of research on him. Oh, I forgot to turn this light up. I think that'll help. I do like him. He's done a lot for his country region. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, I am really into these hearts right now. I did them with polka dots. I'm really into these hearts right now. I did them with lots of patterns. And I'm really into black. Black on black. So, that being said, let's bring the camera down. First thing I want to do is this one, because I'm not sure what I want to do, and I may not even do this on camera with you guys, but I want to get a heart here. I'm going to take a brush. Oh, my bowl is cracked. It has a crack. Oh, no, that's not a crack. So recently I have seen people that take this yucky water, right? I'm going to get a little more red in here. I'm just going to add some watercolor to this red water from yesterday, so it's a little bit more red. And then they take it, are you ready? And they just pour it on here. And maybe I need a little more. Yeah. And then we're going to let this dry. I'm going to put it away for a sec. Okay? Do you like it? Is it super talented? Maybe I'll put some red into it and see what happens. Let's get some red. I've watched this lady do this 100 times on Instagram. Don't ask me who it is. I have no clue. Maybe I can blow dry it. Hi, Jan Thompson. You have a phenomenal day. It just gives you a background to start with, and it's just used water. So I saved water from yesterday, right? It's just water with a little bit of color in it. I don't want to take a lot of time on this one, so maybe we'll let it dry on its own and we'll come back to it. I think it's going to be fun, right? And I do love the subtleness of the background. You want the camera to be pulled up? I wanted to get it up close, and then I'll pull it up. Do you see how subtle it is? It's very subtle. Just kind of creates a marbly effect. All right, I'll pull the camera up. Lynn says it's like coffee and tea dyeing, but it's water dyeing. Yeah, I guess so. Ooh, I just played and made it all run crazy. All right, maybe we can finish this because it's just about dry. And I can remove the blanket from underneath it. Hi, Cindy. What paper? Watercolor paper. But you could use mixed media paper. The only thing that's not going to work with this is, plain old cardstock is not going to do real well. You know? That's a good picture of it. Right? All right, so now I have to decide which side I like up. I'm going to go this way. And all I want to do now is get some black and water and black and water. I'm just diluting it. And I'm going to put a heart in here. And then we're going to come back to it. For those of you that can't paint hearts, I'm sorry. You should practice because it's an upside down J and another upside down J. Kind of. In a roundabout way. All right, we're going to leave this alone. And we might even come back to this tomorrow, or I might do it later today. I want some differentiations of blacks in here. So I want, oh shoot, I went out to the edge. Let's get a little more black, a little more blackness to it. Okay, well, I think that's looking really cool. I could throw some plain water into this, let's see, and get some blooms going. Okay, well that's going to be cool. Do you see the blooms happening there? Let's throw some black blooms into the mix. A little darker. Oh, cool. A little too much. A little too much. Always got to know when to stop. So I'll throw some water into that blackness. And we're going to add some dots in the background since I kind of got overshot there. Okay, good? What do you say? I'm going to run it a little. And then, what is fun about this process is I will take a black pen and doodle the center of this black heart. And this will get a quote of some kind here. But don't you love the background? I mean, really, I wish you could see it up close and not with a camera. There's the background. I mean, it's really marbly and cool. Not very red, it's more pink. Okay, well, I think that is going to be a fun base for this one. Okay, so that is a beginning. That's my plan for this month, is I plan to do one of these and one of these at the same time. Not really the same time. So now I have this Post-it note paper, which is called, or used to be called, Eclipse paper. It's sticky on the back, but it'll peel up. It used to be from a company called Judykins. They are no longer a company. So I had Carmen look it up. You can get Post-it note paper that's 8.5 by 11. That's like $8, and it'll do the same thing. So I'm folding it in half with the sticky side out. You could use whatever you have. You couldn't use a glue stick because you don't want to make it. And we're going to make a heart like I don't normally make that has a little pointy thing on the bottom. I got to fix this. This way it should be a mirror image on both sides. And again, if you can't, do you see the J? It's a J. So if you wanted to, whoops, let's do it here. If you wanted to, you could draw a J here, or a teardrop shape, or whatever you want to do. And, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I really did. I lost my train of thought. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it down here. As close to center as humanly possible. And I've had this like 30 years, I want to say. I got to get more red in here. Because I added a lot of black, and I don't want to just put it on. Hang on, I gotta get a pipette. These little things are called pipettes. And they are like a syringe, so I load it up with the red. Which is turning out to be more more what do you call it, burgundy-ish. It's okay. I just didn't want to pour it over the Post-it note part, but I do want to get it, maybe I can use my fingers. Yeah, I do want to get it all the way around the heart, you know? This is my own idea, so if it doesn't work, I can't blame that lady whose stuff I've seen on Instagram. But I think it'll be cool. I think. Okay. Now we got to, well, let's add a little red like we did before. Ooh, look at those blooms. It's a bloomin' onion. It's soaking underneath here, you guys. So it's not doing what I wanted to do. This paper's too old and I got it way too wet. Whatever. It'll be okay. I'll make it work. But it's definitely soaking underneath. Oh, it's totally soaking underneath. Well, it's not going to be exactly what I was hoping for. Where's that blue rag? We're going to pick some of it up. And put some of it back. The other dried cooler. God only knows what I do without mistakes. Right here is making me really bummed. The other one turned out better, I'll say. Lynn says, dab another paper on the top. If I had another piece of paper anywhere near me, I could do that. I kind of like the squirrely parts, this part. Whatever. I'm taking a free class this month, which already started, so don't ask me about it. I don't think you can join. It's with B.B. Henry, Brooke Henry, if you know who she is. And she talks about making messes. And I haven't started yet, but I did watch her video yesterday. And I am going to try to free myself up a little bit this month and make more messes. That's my goal. Are we having fun yet? Because I am. Lynn says it's going to be a heart, just more organic and imperfect. Kind of like me, a little more organic and imperfect. I gotta get some of this soaked up here. Ow, hot. Hot. Guess what? It's totally off. Oh, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. And this is fabulous, by the way. Saving that. I only got off in one spot here. It got underneath, and that's okay. But look how cool the outline is. Can you see how cool that is up top there? Teresa says, my husband and I will have our 43rd wedding anniversary on Valentine's. Trying to think of a special card to make for him. Do this. Make it perfectly imperfect. I kind of wish I had done this black now, but that's okay. I just got to get the rest of these dry before we can start. And a blot anywhere that's still really wet. Oh, Shari's taking it too. It's actually, her video yesterday was pretty good. I took it last year and it was really good. All right. Almost done. I mean, we're not even close to done, but almost done. Okay, do you love this? Because I do. I really do. So, that's it for watercolor. Now we're going to take a micron pen of my choosing. we're going to breathe for a sec. Am I down far enough? Hopefully you can see it. I'm going to go inside this heart. Did I know what I was going to do 5 seconds ago? No. If you can't do this on your own, do it with a pencil first. If you can do it on your own, go for it. All right. When I was in high school, I used to do these things where I would start with a heart down here. And we're just going to try this. And then you're going to turn it. And you're going to fill in another heart. And you're going to turn it and fill in another heart. Am I close enough? Can you guys see? I think with the black you can. Right? The whole thing is going to get filled in with hearts. They're not all going to be the same size. And of course you're going to have empty space. So don't worry about that. Oh, can you still sign up for the BB Bash, Carmen? I don't know if you can still sign up for it or not. Just keep turning. Do you see what I'm getting at here? We're going to fill the whole thing in, and where these spaces are, we're going to doodle within those spaces. Carmen, did you sign up for it? My friend Marilyn did. We're kind of taking it together. So if you run into something like this, where there's another heart here, you're just going to go around it. Do you see that? Okay. Thanks for the answer. I don't know why you guys aren't talking to me. Did I do something to offend you? I'm just kidding. I know you can't talk to me. It's kind of like Zentangle, which is a word I hate, with hearts. I call this Zen doodling because that's all it is, really. There's no hippie magic to it. It's just doodling, if you ask me. My opinion. And I'm entitled to it. It's really fun. Lynn says, that's the negative space. Yeah, that's what I got to get rid of in my husband's brain these days, is negative space. He is so negative lately. I tried to tell him the other day that I remember when we were spontaneous. One of my friends told me, I don't know if she's here or not today, so I will not name names, but she said her and her husband are almost like roommates these days after being married for so long. And that's what we're going through. God, that's going to be fun. I'm trying to decide if I should do the whole thing. How big is the paper I'm working on today? My box, Miss B, my pizza box is 8 by 8, and my paper is 7.5 by 7.5. But this one is 3.5 by 6.5. And man, I'm going to have so much fun with this today. Okay, back to this. Anyhow. We're just not in sync lately, he and I. He's just so angry about everything lately. He gets so angry at the drop of a hat. And it really upsets me because I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky person. But then it makes me get upset. And then we're upset together. Sorry to bring my own personal life into this. But some days I just have to talk about it because I'm here all by myself, and how much can I tell you about what I'm doing? It's watercolor paper, it's a black pen, and it's a lot of hearts. And it's very meditative, if you ask me. Once you learn how to draw your hearts, whatever your hearts are, these are my kind of hearts. I don't really do those puffy hearts that are like this kind of heart, but when I draw them, I draw more of this tall, skinny, primitive heart. So you kind of have to find your own heart doodle. And if you can't do an outline of a heart, paint them on. Take a brush, or I could put a heart in here, or a crayon or a colored pencil, and fill this with hearts. Oh, hell yeah, Denise, it's mother-in-law vibes. Yesterday, I made her an appointment. You guys are going to get so tired of hearing about my mother-in-law. Yesterday, I made her an appointment with the podiatrist because her toenails are like eagle talons. Like, she could kill somebody with her toenails. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law do fun things with her, like take her to get her hair done and go to Walmart and shop with her. We're doing the heavy-duty lifting. Not really. That's not true. Anyway, so I made an appointment at the podiatrist, and then I called her and I said, guess what? We can get in tomorrow and they can cut your toenails, because maybe you don't know this. Maybe you're not old enough to know this, but your toenails get thick when you get older. Not just her, it's everybody. Because where my mom and dad used to live at the assisted living facility, they had a podiatrist come in once a month and cut toenails for people. Like, they would just line up and he would cut toenails. I gotta say. Tina, I love you. Tina said, I have to write that down. Hold on. Where's a pad of paper? Where's a scrap paper? Love is an action word. That is a beautiful quote. Tina N. Not writing your whole last name down there. Anyway, so I made the appointment. I was so excited. I called my mother-in-law and I said, guess what, Carol? We're going tomorrow to get your toenails cut. And she goes, oh, good, a pedicure? And I said, no, like we did last time you were here. We just go to the podiatrist and he cuts your nails. And she goes, no, they also do pedicures. And I said, no, they really don't. And she said, yeah, I'm going to call them and change the appointment to a pedicure. And I said, better you than me. Oh, no, Susan, I'm so sorry to hear about your father-in-law. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know who I'm really sad for? And then I'll get back to the toenail thing. Savannah Guthrie. Yeah. If you watch the Today Show and you know Savannah Guthrie, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so my mother-in-law called and tried to get him to do a pedicure on her old people feet. And they said, no, they don't do pedicures. And I said, I know. She called me back and she goes, no, they don't do pedicures. I said, I know. You have to go to a pick color person to get a pedicure. And I said, if you want to get a real pedicure after they cut your nails, I'll take you to get a pedicure. But we can't do that with your talons. They have to cut them at the podiatrist. Oh yeah, Susan, I'm really sorry about your father-in-law. I hope he was a nice man, and I hope you have good memories of him. Cherish those memories. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, she goes, yeah, I want them to do my cuticles and put color on my toenails. I said, yeah, that is a pedicure. My husband took her to the mall yesterday. Was that yesterday or the day before? To go to Macy's or Nordstrom's to buy her perfume. Guess what it is? You get one guess. If you know old people. She wears white linen. And it's the perfume of old ladies. So if you wear white linen, I'm here to tell you, don't do it anymore because it smells like your closet. Every time she walks in the room, I gag. I just can't do it. There's so many beautiful perfumes out there. If you want to do a perfume, get a beautiful one. So many beautiful ones. But this, I mean, I can't do perfume anyway because I get allergic. What's the word? Allergic, probably. Here's where it gets tough. Yeah, nothing new on Savannah's mom yet. Anyway, go to the store, and it's kind of like if you have long hair like me and you're gonna get it cut someday, which I will one of these days, go to a hairdresser and say, what would look good on me? What do you think would look good on me? Go to those young girls at the perfume counter and say, let's pick a perfume that does not smell like an old lady's closet. It smells like laundry, because that's the only thing my mother-in-law has in her life is laundry. That's all she knows. That's all she likes, laundry. So that's why she gets white linen. And guess how much a bottle of white linen perfume cost? My husband told me when he got home. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you guess. Maybe you guys buy perfume. I do not. So I was blown away. First of all, blown away that they even make white linen perfume. That's how I feel about Estee Lauder perfume, instant migraine. Oh yeah, for me too. Carmen says it gives her asthma. Denise says $1.95 and Linda says $115. Nope. But you're right in there. Between $1.95 and $115. It was $85. Insanity, right? I didn't want to go quite that sideways with any of the hearts, but that's okay. I don't think anybody's going to know. $85. Try Philosophy from Amazing Grace. Oh, Philosophy is the brand? Or Amazing Grace? Oh, she won't try anything else. It's this or nothing, so. And I don't wear perfume. You'll just have to deal with my BO when you're around me. Just kidding. I don't know where to go with this one. I do wear deodorant. Sue says, I am wearing the same makeup I have always done. Absolutely nothing. I used to wear Clinique when I worked in like retail and my allergies were so bad and you didn't want to see my dark eyes. But I do not wear anything anymore, which I really am happy with. I watched my daughter put on makeup the other day when we were together, and she looked like she was putting on war paint on her face. She had brown lines under her eyes, red stripes, and then more brown lines. I'm like, do you work that all in? And then she put stuff on top of it. I'm like, I didn't teach you guys that. They told me they know. I did not teach them that. This side worked out kind of better than the other side. All right, now we have a choice. You can fill these in with color. Oh, Walgreens sells it for a lot cheaper, Valerie says. Well, too late. Should we do the hearts in color or the background in color or nothing in color? I'm going to go with, I don't know. There's so many choices. I'm going to go with a black background, I think. Watercolor. But you use what makes you happy. Black is making me very happy right now. And I'm using a very tiny brush. Then I can decide, do I want to fill the hearts in? Do I want to leave them? Do I want to put patterns in them? There's 5 million things you could do with these hearts. I'm very happy with the black. This doodling stuff takes a long time too. And that's what I really like about it. It's just mindless. You see how fast, how much I can talk while I'm doing this? Not like when we do lettering. Can't really talk through lettering because you might spell something wrong. I think this is awesome. I like the black watered down, so if you take your watercolor and you give it a lot of water, it's not totally black, it's more like a gray black. I think tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. I am going to do the card separate, that skinny card separate. And that'll give me something to work on during the day because I want those to get done to go with our Sunshine Girls. Because that's got to get to the printer. Good morning, Jackie. Sue says, seems like way more people have bad reactions to perfumes now. That's because they put weird stuff in them. It's not like, I remember getting rose water and patchouli. I'm sorry, I was a patchouli person for a while when I was in high school. I'm sure I made the world sick. But like back in Europe and stuff, they just blended in Europe and stuff. Back in the days when they started making perfumes, they just used flowers. It's not like rubbing a Gain dryer sheet on your body. That's what white linen smells like to me. I use Gain dryer sheets in our trailer to keep the mice out. That's how bad the smell of Gain is. I think, personally. Again, personal opinion. Getting really pretty. Debbie still loves patchouli. Debbie, you old hippie, you. I do too, and I can smell it from a mile away when somebody's wearing it. I used to live in Grass Valley. I didn't live there, I worked there. And there were all lots of hippies there. It was a town full of hippies and old people, basically retired old people, and we called them trimigrants. They were the people that came in to trim the marijuana plants. And they would come into Ben Franklin with rolls of $100 bills. And the girls would smell like either marijuana or patchouli. Or both. Like belonging to a club. where you have to wear patchouli. Carmen says, oh, nothing better than B.O. and patchouli. Remember Love's Baby Soft? Did anybody wear Love's Baby Soft? I did. And Bonnie Bell lip gloss. That was the one time I got in big trouble from my mom when I stole the Bonnie Bell's lip gloss from the variety store where we used to live. I got caught by the guy that owned the store, and he called my mom, and she had to drive all the way over to get me. I was in so much trouble. First and last time for me, baby. I had friends who used to steal jewelry, though, from that store, and I thought that was disgusting. I don't know why I thought it was okay to steal a Bonnie Bell lip gloss. But I was like 11 or 12 or something when we were allowed to go out on our own. Yeah, the doggies are playing. But they just ran upstairs, I think. It was so much fun when we were kids on the loose, you know, because we lived way far from the stores, but we were allowed to walk like 3 miles down a really steep hill to get to the stores. And then we were allowed to walk back home. Never got into trouble. Now I don't think you see kids out on the road just walking around. At least where we live in California. Not too much. What should I do with this when I'm done? Should I draw colors on the inside? Should I leave it? Should I take a black pen and add detail? Let's vote. Let's vote for black pen detail, colors and then detail, or leave it plain. I don't know, I kind of like it. Because we're going to run out of time here. And I'll end up finishing this. I mean, I can stay here for a little bit. But I don't want you guys to sit here for 2 hours watching me paint stuff in. Colors and detail, Carol says. Carmen says, leave it and then write words around the outside. Oh, I like that. Color a few random ones. Lynn says leave it plain. Cindy says leave it plain. Kind of like the idea of the words around the edge. I'm going to need some good heart and love words that aren't too hallmarky. I could just write words like love and dream and peace and white linen. Just kidding. Just kidding. I like all of those suggestions, you guys. That's a quote. Oh, Tina's quote. Oh, I could write this. Love is an action word. All the way around. Just keep writing it over and over. I like that. Tina, is that a Bible quote? I have to know because I know you're a religious girl, so I just want to know if it's a Bible quote. Because that is a great quote. Love that idea. No, but it is definition of biblical love. Oh, thanks, Carmen. Carmen knew. I was waiting to hear from Tina. Tina says, no, it's just something we say. Like your family at church? What? I need to know. I need to know more. Where did it come from? Like it's something you say all the time? It's a good quote. Quote I've never heard before, and I like that. Oops, more water. I still think I might do patterns in these hearts in black. Or maybe red patterns. I know I don't want any glitter. Not sure. Gonna have to do some heavy thinking. Not really. Just kidding. Tina says, or Cindy says, love is a verb. That's a good one. What's DC talk? There's a good book called Love is a Verb. Oh. You guys teach me so much. I think I should have said concept versus definition. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that it's a biblical concept. Should just be a human concept, if you ask me. It's just my opinion. It's getting much darker over here. I guess I need more water. This is a nice little brush. This is it says it's a number 5, but I think it's like a 2 or a 3 watercolor round brush. This is not a watercolor round. I don't know what it is. But it's, I don't know. We took the dogs to the dog park yesterday, and then we walked them around town. Found a great new restaurant we want to go to. How do I lighten this up right here? We're trying to assimilate them. Is that the word? Trying to get them with other dogs. One did well at the dog park, the other one did not. Cindy says it's a Christian band. I'm dating myself. Cindy, you're married. You don't need to date yourself. People are talking about everything out there. It's crazy. My perfume Angel has patchouli in it. Wait, who said that? I want that perfume. Rebecca says different love in different languages, like love, amor. That's about as far as I get with love language. How about love is an open door? Using a 5. I'm just going to continue it all in one line. And hope and pray that when we get to the end here, that it'll work out. I'm going to make a heart here. Tina, you're famous. Look. That's really cute. Can you see how that is coming along? It's really cute. All together in one line. Oops, I'm gonna... Got a little discombobulated right there. But it's still really cute. Bye, Carmen. Sorry, I'm running late. This wasn't a quickie. It wasn't hard, it just took some time. Yeah, I'm gonna run into not being able to do another line. But that's okay. I think I can just write love is. Yep. That's really pretty. It came out really pretty. I'm just going to do a couple more things. I'm going to add black dots in this gray area. I'll show you in a moment because it's just too solid for me. This would be a really pretty greeting card. Tina, I will give you credit on the back side because this is your word or your quote. See the black dots? Doesn't it look better with the black dots than without the black dots? Donna says, good news. Our car from the accident yesterday, they fixed it. They popped the bumper back in. One sensor has an ice jam on it. I don't know what that is. So we are not out of the woods yet. We'll have to wait till it thaws. Oh, but no charge. Wow. That's awesome. I bet your husband's very happy. And he was okay, right? Even after the accident, he felt okay? Because sometimes it takes, you know, a couple hours. My daughter got rear-ended. I told you guys right before she left for Disneyland, they gave her a rental car for free. And her car's still not done, but she drove the rental car to Disneyland, and I was worried that, you know, after a rear-ending, that maybe an hour or two or a day or two later you start feeling it, but she was fine. Michelle, thank you. Try it. Try it yourself. It's very fun. I think I'm going to leave the white hearts. If I do put patterns in there, I might, but I'm not sure, do gray pen. a really light gray pen, if I could find a really light gray. I don't think red. I think that would be just too bold. I can't tell you what we're doing tomorrow because I have no idea, really. I think I'm just going to wing it every day. And we may make a card. Maybe I'll make a tag tomorrow. That might be fun. Because I did paint this fabric yesterday. And I really want to use it on something. Isn't it pretty? So that could be fun. We could do something, a tag with that fabric in the tag. Kind of have to go in order with this so you don't miss any parts. And I still have this one I get to do. Oh, I'm so excited for that. But I'm going to do that while I'm sitting in the podiatrist's office waiting for them to cut off my mother-in-law's toenails. Give me something to do. I love to take little projects when you have to sit and wait for somebody. She may have to go to the market too, and oh my God, the market is a 3-hour event. I kid you not. She talks to everybody. And she has to pick up 35 apples before she can choose one. Make sure I've done everything. Kind of weird. One of my brother's friends reached out yesterday from high school. And he says he normally calls him every Christmas just to say hello, even though their lives have taken a different turn. And he said he called my brother and couldn't reach him and wanted to know what's up with him. And I had to tell him that he passed away from chronic alcoholism. And he was not surprised. Apparently, I was the only one surprised about that. And he wants to chat. Like, I'm going to call him on the phone. It's kind of funny. Didn't ever talk to this kid. Except they were both Mensa students. My brother and this kid, Mike. Do you know Mensa? Chris Christopherson was a Mensa kid. It's the really, really brilliant people. God, that's pretty, isn't it? I like it a lot. So, we have this one with, oh, let me write down Tina. Quote from, I have to look up how to spell your last name, Tina. It's Nauman or something. Hold on. I'm going to go back, see if I can find it quickly. Of course, I cannot. There it is. Naumann. Quote from Tina Naumann. And it's 2-3. Tomorrow's the Muppet Show. I'm so excited. 2-3-26. Okay, so we have this one that says, love is an action word, which is my new favorite quote. And then we have this one that I'm going to finish. I don't know what I'm going to do to it yet, but it'll get finished. And I know that the light is bad on this, but look how beautiful the marbling came out on this card. It's really pretty. So I'm not going to do this one on camera. This is going with me to the podiatrist. Oh boy, that'll be fun. And yeah, that's all we're doing today. And I'm going to save this because I'll end up doing something with it. This is what we did to block our center section there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And let's do a tag. let's do a heart or something on a tag so I can use pretty ribbons on it. And maybe some felt. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Oh, but look how pretty. Oh, look how pretty this heart looks on that heart. This is one of my stuffy hearts that I made. I love it so much. Oh, look how pretty it looks right there. Oh, oy vey. All right, you guys, have a really good day. I hope you try something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly this, but something like this is super fun. I'll take pictures of this so that you can see it up close and personal. And I'll talk to you guys later. I love you so much. Have a really good day. And remember, love is an action word. And it's also an open door if you listen to Frozen. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. All right. Love you guys. See ya. Bye.